Last I saw, he was in the mess, as always.
Welcome back, Sid.
Finish with that log so we can call it a war.
Otto will want to know what happened in Costness. I expect he'll be in the mess.
Staying long this time?
I don't know. Perhaps I should just have Blackthorn make...
And what can I do for you?
I remember it like it was yesterday.
You're our leader now, Clive. If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
You're rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that. It'd better all be here. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Have we any more knuckle pies?
Does that one have...
Back, are ya? What do you want? Should last you a good while. That it? Fine. Clive? You've forgotten already? 'Cause I haven't. Still. Thinks you ain't too bad. Nah. Back to work then.
Once the hall's swept, it's over to the tavern.
Clive. Is everything all right?
All operations are suspended and...
Ah, there you are, Clive. Word of your adventures arrived this morning.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in coming. No one seems keen to join hands with an out. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican army. Should be back any day now.
Understood. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the map room.
Still can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be. And I'm sure she has her reasons.
Lady Tyre is performing a delicate operation.
No one works longer or harder than our Otto. You can scour the whole...
Straight from the slave markets.
Let's smell. The others weren't so lucky.
I trust I'm not intruding.
Back from your mission? I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be a...
One might say the same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life. So, to what do I owe the honor? Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons?
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well, then. Shall we start with the state of the... To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the... Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying. But the real question is... Long though Sanbreque's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason, she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sanbrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the Crystalline Dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly, there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dhalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and when the last drop of blood is spilled.
You were born in Twinside.
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather, yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
Even?
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian. Lawsman Harpocrates.
Now that is a name I have not heard. Welcome home, Clive.
I believe this belongs to you.
Ready? Our resident scholar devours books faster than young Tet does lemon. Would that I could do the same. But alas, I no longer possess the necessary constitution for such indulgence, either in word. That said, I have continued my search, but without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able to find little and less.
Please, don't apologize. I'll send word to her.
I fear it is not more books that mayhap we look in the wrong places.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many...
Not too tired. Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know that...
The twins seem well.
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them. Titan took much from us that night. And the wounds that remain.
Which is why we must give them all the time they...
That we must. Just as I must give...
Good day. Gav will be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
My knowledge is yours. I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it. you learn everything you needed?
Not back a blink, and you're already off solving everyone's... It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the sky.
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like to be myself.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it on your desk.
Otto stole us.
And then you get some rest.
What could Gav have thought worthy of a letter?
Fire and flame!
Once the hall's swept, it's over to the tavern crowd.
Look, it's Sid.
And how may I assist you today? I admit... a far more... My beloved homeland. Or at least, it was. What is it that you wish to learn? I have the details here. One must understand one's place in the world. Thus ends today's lesson.
Have you been to the toll? I hear a new ship.
Otto was here earlier with a letter from Gav. He left it on your desk. What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kupka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance. The one we've been waiting for.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima. If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does. without mother crystals. To Cid.
And so the North is lost.
I knew that the Blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to... intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well. What would make Martha leave the rest? What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a fight over at Martha. Blood was spilled, bones were broken, but somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, the Empire's been tightening its... They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the... And now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complained that it was getting harder and harder to take...
And now she's missing. If she's fallen into the hands of the Empire, we could be next.
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should help speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is...
Don't worry, Otto.
Of course.
Martha is a survivor. We'll find her.
Finish with that log.
Welcome back, Cid.
Damn blighted Bill.
Is everything...
Aside from the holes in my hut.
The lake water doesn't agree with it.
That's one way of putting it. And unless you got some grand scheme to suck the black... That slurry'll keep eating away at the timber like young Tech does, assuming we had any pitch, which we don't. Doubt the old tub's got more than a...
Of course, Obolus. Your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland.
Well, I'm glad. To make pitch, you need pitch trees. Now, I'm not so unkind as to ask you to fell a faraway forest, and it just so happens I once heard the thorny pitchers of Curltail Falls cover themselves.
Sounds easier than felling a faraway forest. Easier than felling a forest, I said. The trees don't have teeth.
Now, Torgal! Stay down! Torgal, kill! There's more! Now, Torgal! This one! Torgal, kill! You lose!
I can't imagine Obelisk needing any more than this. Time to head home.
Now, Torgal! All yours, Torgal! There's more! Finish with that log.
Welcome back, Sid.
Well, Did you find me?
Find is one way of putting it.
Ugh! Reeks like a chocobozer.
Margot.
Yeah. Same as me old man.
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
Fucking Imperial. Best off staying where we are for now.
Very well.
Let's get you to a physical, shall we?
Sid? I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might... And it appears he was...
You, could say that. They're saying the Imperials descended like a storm. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but... all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey, sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastard and I will go after them. You take care.
We will. But, before you got, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good.
You do the same.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison... have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
I demand...
Oi, look sharp!
If those Orsons touch an arrow on Martha's head, oh, kill them all, Marty.
Look. Up ahead. Martha. Are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields!
The Black Shield?
The bastards caught wind. The Abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds. Poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them lot.
Then, Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn?
I think so.
Black Shields? Is this some sort of... was it a joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire. Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long.
Give me thunder!
Is that all of them?
I think so. I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive. The abbot.
The bearers died protecting him. Calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's...
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Rosary. Tell Martha.
Sid! In here! We found a survivor!
Clive. He's gone.
We've laid the abbot to rest.
No, they didn't. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms.
Arthur said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the...
I've gathered the bearer's remains.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix jump. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperial.
Spotted us, Torgal? What am I saying? Of course it has. There's a floating You didn't see that coming. Better already. That must be the bridge. So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
Best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
No one survived then?
I'm sorry. Before he...
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't Cole said you cast their remains? That was what it should have been me.
How?
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the war. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on village. I assumed it was all just nonsense. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a future.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing. Which begs the question, my mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, if those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten... Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well.
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. though I wouldn't turn my nose up.
What are you after? Thanks very much. There you go.
We're not to move.
Oi! You handy with that sword of yours?
Of course you are.
Now, question is, are you willing to use...
Chocobo.
You heard me right. And not just any choc. Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest...
Chocobos.
It's true. Why, they saved me from a gang of foot... Oh, go on, then. Don't... There's a good...
Where can I find...
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the... You saved Whiteheart and her flock. And don't worry.
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you.
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo. A white feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a... Speaking of brave... Looks like they went that way. These chocobos aren't going down without a fight. They're in trouble.
We got you cornered. You didn't think you'd been bad for business.
Oh. Because she's something of a hero in these... You hurt her.
Yes.
All right, then.
You're safe now. White Hart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be. Ambrosia. It is you. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, well, you sorted the bastards then. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord?
Well...
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I... Told you. And it seems her...
Is that it? You want...
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lad's down the stable. Oh, stay... Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed.
Ah, a few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old White Hart. Oh, I'll be... Don't you worry. We'll get along just fine. You hear that, White Hart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun You seem awful familiar. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my car on the road, didn't you? No, that can't be right.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that. Anyhow, best be on my way.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you. Yeah! Where's Gav?
Ah, Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the Mother Crystals. Four Mother Crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune. Along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
Waiting for indeed.
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria. That broom's as ragged as...
So Mather's all right. What's the matter, Nick? The hunt board? It's where the Cursebreakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to run. Free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was... Right. Well, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. Then perhaps I can.
Clive, welcome.
The Patron's Whisper. Does that mean...
Oh no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I still catalogue every item that arrives. Come to claim your just desserts? All in good time, eh? All yours. You earned this. Best of luck out there, Sid.
How are you doing? Quick look. Always something in there.
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria.
Think it's all right to touch him?
Long now, Martel. See, I am,
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well...
It's good to know there's something of the old hideaway still live.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. I took it on, you see, after she... Well, and not only is it ready, it's actually...
Impressive.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Oh, she always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they... Here you go. Mart. You hear that, Martel?
Did you come through the forge today?
You two look like you could use something to eat.
Martel.
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect...
These aren't those apples. She'd have been proud, and rightly so.
Others weren't so lucky, though.
A gift from the backyard.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab them right from the branch, make Martel livid.
That sounds like the Sidine.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves? Hang on. I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been it. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her heart. Clive.
Well, you can leave the box.
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards. Cursebreakers send their thanks. They were clearly very fond of Martel.
They remembered her. After all these years. I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martel. Why did you have to die? She put everything in. When she died, I named...
And through you.
I didn't do anything, really, but... Thank you.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either.
Of course not. Oh. They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful?
Did you come through the forge today?
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Cid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Marcus Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. starting with the of Amber.
All yours, Torvald!
Get him! Safe. Better already. Come on. Time to fight.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord help.
quiet, you!
Jill.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our...
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small?
Then they must be here for something.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right, I heard you the first time.
I ain't got much, but what's mine is yours, for a price. There you are. Much obliged. Into the roads now. Welcome, stranger. I'd pay more if I could. I reckon that's fair. I'd pay more if I could. Fare you well?
Excuse me, but...
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There've been attacks on the garrison. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants...
Don't they just...
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Sheep... You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on... The Empire? What were there 100 full legions?
100? I heard it were 1,000. There was a time my husband might have stood up to those men.
You seen them, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. At least I think there was a Black Shields.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And Nathan, if only we were. I might have turned him in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know.
How'd you get it?
But we need to find out. Greetings, friend.
I know that.
We couldn't help noticing those
Don't you go telling these strange... I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and...
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence... The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay, some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will This village will not become another Eastpool.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, we still don't know who the Black Shields are looking...
Well, whoever they are. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would... A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers. This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
We've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The mother crystals collapsed.
You're not going to like it.
It's over! Torgal, kill! Sick of all yours, Torgal!
All right.
Over here! Give me thunder!
my mother's men.
Torgal, kill! Get him!
Stay down! All yours, Torgal! Give me thunder!
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your...
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, why then? We owe you our thanks. You... To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome...
Say that again. I'll show you a true shield of Rosaria.
All yours, Torgal. Get him.
Tell me what I want to the end. Who are you looking for?
Why, your friends have been found. The Bran... They await you in Old Hill.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry. Find something, boy. Death.
Oh, found her.
My mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone...
I don't know. I truly understood her. But this... I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith. They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
Don't go thinking you'll find refuge in the houses outside Port Isolde. The place is a wretched hive of thieves and blackguards.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better.
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in. Thanks, Gal.
Let us pass! My children are starving!
Have mercy.
Voice-rinsed dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here.
No, enough
Fuck off.
And you chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all!
I said, where were you, filth? Back to your sties. Cut you down where you stand.
Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought... Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. And the entire place looked... Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for. This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Not abandoned, then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Huh? Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. Sir Wade.
We can speak inside.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves Shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
What is it you require? Of course, my lord. As you wish, my lord. Will that be all? May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being over. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use.
How small
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan.
Sir Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been...
Very good.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black...
And so we shall.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they... burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Sideways.
Come along now.
The bastard.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
You deserve a rest.
What is it now?
We bear a message for the Vicereine.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy could guard aught against the might? Die along with your... For Azaria!
For Azaria!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
All yours, Torgal. Now, Torgal!
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battles for them.
More dragons.
Worms. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. Can't say anything flat.
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing. Attack!
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud! Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, and yet be that as it may, it is still our home. And we must fight for it. As we always have. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guard. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the Mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need...
I know.
Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint of the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed,
Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster?
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us, then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Cid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung a sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Borrowed it from old tomes.
Think I'll...
Oh, where's your sense of adventure, Sid? From spit roasts to
If it's my blessing you're hoping...
Well, I'm no hunter, but you're made of sterner stuff.
Something tells me you won't be taking no for an...
Fantastic!
So...
Chance's stew. The only... A beast, no doubt. Most like...
Does the book say anything else?
Well, only that the sweetest violets...
Roses. One of the butchers in Martha's Rest might know something.
That monster's too.
Deadlands wouldn't be half as bad. The bloody dust.
Typical nobles.
How did we never hear?
There are new billets being posted every...
Clive! Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. And if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while.
that normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back. Something's getting him down. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he was...
Fine.
I knew you'd understand.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be.
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go first. Wait a bit, then head over when you're ready.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts? Here you are. Come again. I may have more for you.
I don't think so.
I could have sworn we had a few more.
First August. What's it got to do with...
August was worried that something had been weighing on you. I thought you might want to...
I told you not to stick your nose.
Clive just wants to help, innit? Talk to him. Please, Mac.
Not the sort of thing you bother...
Why don't you tell us all this?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting art. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Like, made my stuff look like... I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. And now every time I'm there, you got what you came for.
All right. I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Didn't think anything could rattle him.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts, it will affect his...
I couldn't agree...
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Assuming you're happy to help that...
Too bloody right.
Glad to hear it. Karen, Blackthorn...
And he ain't been himself since he saw it.
Sorry, sold it. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way to... But it was nicely put together. That's what makes all his stuff to order. But the fella...
You don't know where we might find...
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. Don't trust hunters neither, which means...
I see.
He did tell me something, though. Apparently, his next commission's for a...
Here! There's a griffin on the hunt board. The Cursebreakers were placing bets on who'd bag it. Now, where the bleeding hell was it sighted? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe...
Thank you, Karen.
At least you admit.
So, it sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding...
I'll leave the hunting to you. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets. See if I can't sniff out who...
Good idea.
Keep them pilchers nice and chilled.
Look at this place.
Ready, girl? Fly, Ambrosia.
You deserve a rest.
If that's what I think it is.
This isn't gonna be easy.
Nice try. Come on.
Straight home now.
This one.
Let's go.
Fly, Ambrosia.
You deserve a rest.
Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us who are still here have to look after each other, don't we?
Ah, welcome. Time.
Unwanted violets. If...
Boy, you're looking, Mr. Chuck, and even if...
Do the...
I do.
Thank you.
How do? Much obliged. There you go.
Stay sharp.
After what the Empire did to Martha.
Don't you go causing any trouble.
Good girl. Scorpions. At least I know what I'm up against.
This one.
Farewell.
All yours, Torgal.
You lose.
I better get this back to Yvonne before it goes bad.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Cameron.
Did you find our mystery ingredient?
I did indeed.
Marvellous! Let's see. What am I supposed to do with this? It's poisonous, surely.
You wouldn't be wrong. But that's your unwanted violet.
Into the pot it goes, I suppose. Wait here. I won't be long. I present Chance's grab a spoon, Sid. Let's see.
I'm
Well, it'll be two. Odin's teeth.
What assault on the senses! It's like choking on swamp water. And yet, up through the... It takes a moment to recover from such an onslaught of flavours, but never have... I must share this gift. A single mouthful, a molecule... Typical nobles.
Griffins don't exactly make for easy prey. Let's hope our craftsman hasn't bitten off more than he can chew. sharp. Something there, boy. Could that be our man? right?
That Griffin caught...
More likely than not.
The name's Camille.
Not so lowly from... Do you remember selling to him?
Bought a cuirass from me. I didn't stop her.
It's not her who's...
Well, consider me flattered.
You should be. He's a master of his art. And not an easy man to impress.
Blacksmiths are proud folk. And I don't imagine... I'd dearly love to help... Actually... Going home with all the Griffin hide I can carry. Short of showing him how to make the thing
In that case?
I'd be much obliged. Right. You send your blacksmith my regards.
Will do.